Welcome to the weekly podcast that keeps it real about youth sports, social issues, and sports in general. The Final Word with your hosts, Joe, Dre, John, Chris, and Dave. And now, without further ado, presenting the Final Word.
What's up, fellas? Haven't seen you guys in a while.
What's up?
Yes, sir.
All right, so a lot has gone on in the past few weeks. Got some guys that some couple teams made it to states that's going to be coming on today. We're just going to jump right into it and bring them on. So, Dave, you lead the way. We're going to start with Coach Weaving.
All right, can you share the link in the group too? What's up, Coach?
How we doing, guys? Thanks for having me.
No worries.
What's going on, Coach?
We're going to throw the link in the Facebook chat. Some good. John, can you post it?
Throw the link in the Facebook. What do you mean throw the link in the Facebook chat?
Like where I posted today, we were going to have them on. Somebody just asked.
There we did.
How do we act?
It's live. It's live on the Facebook. Yeah.
And see, Coach Weaving, we run with scissors over here because
David's causing confusion and delay. All you had to do was just call Coach Weaving. That's all you need to be worried about.
That's it. And he knows that I'm not part of no administrative work over here, especially on computers.
I got this, man. All you had to do was talk to Coach Weaving, man. That's all.
Damn. Man, do the intro for Coach Weaving, please. Come on, Dave. Handle that.
All right. So, Coach Weaving, Sickles High School. Coach before Sickles was at King High School, actually. He district this year. He's got the trifecta so far. So he's got a district championship. He's got a county championship, and now he's got a regional championship. So if this was horse racing, he'd be going for the superfecta and try to get the state championship on his belt. So I've known Mike for 10 plus years. So everybody, solid program over there. He's had several kids, not several. Mike can probably talk about that. He has a bunch of kids that have gone to play at the next level. Every level. Probably the most notable is probably Dylan Mitchell, who plays for St. John's. And we're gonna have a couple of the guys, on today as they get ready for their big game this week. It's been quite a season. Not often does a team go in with really high expectations and then also meet them. I think sometimes teams have these expectations and then they may fall short, but Mike was high on his team, starting in June, and kudos to the coach. They kept doing it, even due to injury of a key player, which we'll get into later. So, Mike, welcome.
Thank you, guys. I've been watching the show for a while, and it's nice to finally be on the other end of it.
They and as we see coming to the screen, so we got one of his players, Jackson Bynum. We got Chase. So they part of Mike's squad. So Mike, do you just want to give maybe a brief overview from, say, the start of the season to now? I mean, if you want to say fall or summer and to where you guys are at now, and kind of people that don't know, your guys' story, just give a little bit background on it.
Yeah. So we've had this group of kids together for a long time. A lot of them have been playing together for three plus years now. Jackson came up to the varsity as a sophomore. Chase made varsity as a freshman. We've had other guys that have been on the varsity team for that time too. So our main core have all been together for 3 years. These two plus Ov and Eddie and Bobby and Adrian. And over the summer, we had a great summer. We went 18-2 over the summer. We had really high expectations for our team, and we thought we could do some really special things. And then Unfortunately, Chase got hurt in July, but the expectations didn't change, and Jackson here really stepped up for us in a big way and had a monster year and was one of the top players in the county. He was the FACA 6A District 15 Player of the Year, and he's going to go play in the FACA All-Star game after the Final Four. So we've just worked really hard to meet these expectations, and all year we've said Jacksonville, Jacksonville, Jacksonville. So we're going.
Hey, Coach, John Arroyo here. Knowing you for a little while now. What was the first year that you coached at Sickles?
My first year at Sickles was 2017, 2018. Right
Got
after
you.
the last trip to the Final Four.
Absolutely. Got you. So you did coach Denari Garrett.
I had Denari and Taj and Workman their senior year.
That's right. What is the biggest difference between this team and that team that won the year before?
I didn't have the experience of playing that team that won the year before, but from what I've seen on video, I would say we are more of a guard-centric team, where they were more of a post-centric team. I mean, those guys were huge. Workman was 6'8", Denari was 6'6", Beamer was 6'6", even Marcus Cohen was like 6'3", 6'4". So we're definitely smaller. I feel like we do a good job spacing the floor and moving the ball around and making teams come out and guard us. But that team had a lot more size.
Got you. Real fast, I want to jump to Jackson. I don't know if he knows this, but I've been one of his biggest fans for a long time. Just the way he handles himself on the court. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're from New York, right?
No, I'm not from New York. My parents are from New York.
Well, the bloodline.
Where you from, Jackson?
I'm from Tampa.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't let John try to coach you into that.
No, man, no. But he had a certain style and swagger to his game.
That's a Florida boy.
And just want to say, man, what is the biggest difference in your game from last year to this year?
Really improving my shot. I shot 22% last year. That's pretty horrible. Just staying in the gym, being consistent, getting on the shooting machine, and really just making sure that my shot was right for this year.
Got you. And your leadership changed when Chase went down, correct?
Yes, sir.
Or that's always been you?
I went up a little.
Okay. Nah, I can tell, man. Like, applaud to you for what you've done. Just like how you lead, and just like how you approach the game these days. So, I saw you 2 years ago, and I was like, man, this kid can really go. But you took it up a notch. So, congratulations, man. I guess I'm gonna keep rolling. Chase, coming at you, seeing you play for a long time. Everybody.
I'm from Long Island, New York.
Yeah. You got two New York cats over
There we
here.
go.
Yeah.
I'm not even from New York, and I'm repping for y'all. See, but
John, I'm from New Jersey too, so we got a lot of Northeast.
that's what I'm talking about. I can see the flavor. See, Joe be hating on the flavor. I can see the flavor. But no, Chase, you've been one of the top players for a while. People used to always say, man, that white boy from Sickles, but they got to say the player from Sickles, man. So let me tell you this: last year, you've always improved your game. You always been, kind of like the man. This year, when you got hurt, what was your mindset?
As far as mindset goes, in the beginning, it was really hard to see like what I had coming at me, but only thing I cared about really was just like the work day in and day out, whether it was rehab, getting shots up when I could barely move with a brace on. It really was just the work and just supporting my team while they were playing, being the best team that I could while I was out.
Let me say this. So when you went down, a lot of people, and there's no disrespect to your teammates, a lot of people counted y'all out. In your mind, did you think they had enough without you?
I think they had more than enough, and I told my teammates this all the time. Since the time I got injured, I actually got in not heated arguments, but I've vouched for my team since the day I got injured. I've known since the start that they were going to be where they're at now. Whether, I mean, I'm already back now, but like what they've done without me, I knew they were going to do that even before. Even like right when I got injured, I knew it. So, and I've been telling people that since the start, and they proved me right. So I'm proud of them.
Nah, that's what's up.
Hey, Coach,
good.
Coach, I talked to you yesterday at the USF game briefly.
Yes, sir.
You were saying that, and I know a lot of people probably don't know, but could you talk us through the impact that Chase had in that game and how you said it was like an E30?
Oh man, it felt like an E60. I mean, obviously Jackson's been the scoring machine for us all year, so Parrish really went into that game with the mentality of they were going to run two at him and make him be a passer. Big shout out to Jackson. He had 7 assists in the regional final. But they made him be a passer, and then Eddie Hernandez decided to dominate that game. He actually had 20 and 10.
Wow.
So they started rotating down to him and leaving the corners open. And by the time that fourth quarter rolled around, we had Chase standing there in the corner and just receiving passes and knocking down threes. He had 18 points all in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
He was 4 for 4 from 3, 1 for 1 from 2, and then he was 4 for 4 from the line to really seal the victory, because we were struggling to score a little bit there in the start of the fourth quarter once they started doubling down on Eddie and keeping those doubles on Jackson. So Chase was the hot hand, which was much needed at the time.
Coach,
probably not a
go
bad
ahead.
option when they're kicking it to Chase in the quarter. I'd feel pretty good about that option when he's there.
Right.
You know, one thing John mentioned, you know, asked Chase about his mindset. Chase, I'm gonna give you, you know, I talk to Mike. Mike and I probably talk once a week, and one of the things he'd always say is like, you know, Chase has been in the gym. Like, how's his mindset? And I watched you guys play once. I want you guys to play like once a month, once in December, once in January. I actually saw you guys up at Hoop Feast, and you know, Chase, I think one of the things that it's hard for people to do when they have injuries is to be what I call an active leader. Like, you can go and sit on the bench and be a good teammate, but the other part was like you were their hype guy. You weren't like pouting. Like, I think that means a lot. And then Jackson, for you, you know, you mentioned, I'm looking at now, you shot 22%. You said 22% last year. You shot 43% from 3 and 60% from 2. I mean, that's a ridiculous change. So kudos to you. The work. I mean, I think, you know, after game 3, Mike, I think it was the third game you guys played. I think you like Jackson had like 27 or something. And that he had like his third game in the season. I think he had like 27, 28. And I think, you know, the focus, you know, the Jackson, but he kept doing it in big moments. But, you know, I just think the mindset around, you know, the 2 plus your supporting cast, right? You got your, you know, Eddie and Nicholson, but to watch Chase just be there, you know, as like the guy and, you know, pretty well known in the era, I think kind of showed what your team was going for. Chase, how was the transition then getting back to then playing? How hard was that?
I wouldn't say it was too hard. I mean, I talked to my guys before I even practiced with them, like asking them what they want out of me, because obviously I'm not in the same role as I was in last year. But the thing is, I'm okay with that. Like, the only thing I do care about is winning. So now I'm coming off the bench, and as long as we win, I don't care. So, I mean, I talked to my guys before. We made a decision. I talked with my coach before we came to a decision, and I just took it step by step. When after I got cleared, I started, you know, easing into practices, like different drills, different contact drills, just taking it step by step. And then as I kept feeling better and better, talked to my coach, and then that's when the first game happened. And I just made sure I was confident in myself, and just my knee and just myself as a whole, just before I came back, and make sure I'm doing the right thing. And it happened. It was the right thing. And now we're going to the Final Four. So I'm just making sure, like, whatever it is for us to win, whether that's me playing 1 minute and having 0 points and me and like clapping at being a good teammate from the bench, or having 18 in the fourth, like whatever they need from me, I got for them. So,
Jackson, as one of the leaders this year on the team, what is your biggest what do you feel your game is most impactful for your team? Like, what is that one thing that you bring that they know that Jackson had touched the game?
I think that hey,
I'm on my Stephen A. Smith, man. I've been studying.
just making plays for my teammates. Whether that's me scoring on the ball, getting off the ball, setting off ball screen, getting my teammates open, just making plays. I think my teammates know that I'm gonna make plays every game, and yeah.
Let me ask you this: at what point in the year did you think, oh yeah, we're here, we may be able to go all the way? Was that
Well,
a turning point?
from the jump, but I say Windermere Prep. The Windermere Prep game was when I really was like, I think we actually gonna be able to go. We played with a lot of energy that game, especially going in on their home court. We came in there. I think we're up. Were we up that game at halftime?
We were up by about 3 at halftime.
We're up 3 at halftime, and we go in the locker room, and our locker room and their locker room were right next to each other, and you could just hear the coach going in on their team, and just how confused we had them. I feel like that's when I was like, oh yeah, we're here.
That's what's up, Coach. On your side, when
Yep.
did you think? Like, was there a specific game or a specific moment that you looked at your team and like, oh yeah, we here?
I mean, I honestly, I kind of felt that way the whole time. I know you guys from the outside looking in, when Chase got hurt, everybody thought we were going to be something different. But I remember that summer league game. I think we were playing Jesuit, and Chase was in foul trouble and had to sit out. And I looked at Jackson and I said, "All right, if you want to keep playing, you better win us this game." And he just looked at me and he's like, "I got you, coach." And we never looked back. So when Chase got hurt, I just looked at Jackson again and said, "You want to do all the things you said you want to do? You're going to have to lead the way and take us there, and everybody else is going to follow you." And it started in the fall. We beat some really good teams in the fall league. Some teams that have actually made the Final Four or the Elite Eight. We beat them, and then when the season rolled around, we just kind of exploded, and it was a lot of fun because, one game it would be Jackson, and then one game it would be Eddie, and then one game it would be Adrian, and then one game it would be Ov, and then one game it would be Bobby, and we realized really quickly, like, you can't stop everybody.
Right. No, that's what's up. Don't appreciate the Jesuit jab, but I appreciate the honesty.
It's just when it happened, John. It's just the game that happened.
Nah,
Coach,
man, I'm a big fan.
Coach, your team plays with a toughness and a little bit of edge. Where does that come from? Is that something you ingrained into them, or did they just naturally have that?
Oh, my whole coaching career, I've always preached be the tougher team. These guys have just bought into it really well, and always. They've been playing for me for so long. They better buy into it. But they always just want to be the tougher team, and they always want to make sure that they're physically strong. We do a very intensive off-season lifting program, and I think that gave us a lot of confidence to be tough out there on the floor and know that we can go to the basket and get fouled, and it's not going to affect us, and we're not going to try not to let other teams do what they want to do. So they had success and played with a lot of confidence, and they just kept moving forward.
Gotcha.
One question.
All right, Coach.
Okay.
Coach Lewis here. I finally got in a place where I can settle in. How have you guys been preparing mentally for this big moment to be in the Final Four at this stage?
I think our mental preparation just hasn't changed. It's nothing new. We've been fortunate to play a really good schedule this year and play a bunch of really good teams. So it's nothing new. It's nothing that we haven't done. We've played a bunch of teams that are also in the Final Four as the year's gone along, and we're preparing for this game very similar to how we prepared for those games. And I think the experience of those games gave us the confidence in some of the regional games that it doesn't matter if you're going to throw a punch at us or give us your best shot, we're going to adapt and overcome and find a way to win.
So, Mike, you alluded to your schedule, and one of the hands that's dealt to public school coaches, you and Dre, is there's limitations on what you guys can schedule and what the county gives you. if you look at your schedule and you look at your games outside your county, you could tell that you knew you were going to have a good team. You got Calvary Christian from Fort Lauderdale, who's number 2 in the country and is in the state championship. You played Windermere Prep at Windermere Prep. You played Mainland and you played Evans, both, I believe, neutral sites. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
So you didn't play those 4 teams. You didn't play those 4 teams at home. And then you were fortunate by making the Final Four. They had the opportunity then to, play obviously 2 of the better teams, hence the Final Four. But, I think as a public school coach and with your limitations, I think the way you scheduled is obviously paying dividends now, right? You played against a veteran team, right? You played Charlotte. They went to 3 straight Final Fours. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then you played Parrish, who had the Roberts brothers, and every, Eastlake. Let's not forget Eastlake, right, with Britt. So every time you got somebody's big shot, you guys were ready for it. Was the schedule something that you did on purpose, or did it just kind of fall into place like that?
We definitely wanted to play as many high-level teams as we could. Our goal was to make the Final Four, and I think the only way to be able to withstand a regional playoff run is to see teams during the season that play at that level. There's one additional team on there. One of the teams out of Ohio that we played is currently sitting at 23-1, and they're in their state playoff run as well. So we definitely reaped the benefit of getting to play some real good teams, and that was the plan going in.
All right, Chase, I don't want to hear about no New York and all that, but you play with a certain amount of confidence and charisma. Where did you get that from? Where did that come from?
From the work. As simple as that. Like, I know what I did. I know the work that I put in. I know how I prepared for the moments that happen in game, for each game practice. Like, I know I've done the work and I prepared, so that just gives me the confidence from the work.
All right, Jackson, you guys this year have really had what we call the media mafia following you guys around from gym to gym. How do you balance, playing the game and handling business, but also too having fun with the media mafia?
I just kind of keep it all fun, the games, not taking it too serious, and not paying attention too much to the media. A lot of people gonna have what they're gonna say about our team and who they think we are, but we know who we are, and we keep playing the same way, and that's what led us here.
Coach, how do you feel about the media mafia being courtside?
As long as my guys are focusing on the task at hand, I honestly don't even notice them. I mean, you could ask Jackson and Chase this. They said, "Coach, what do you think about those guys standing along the walls in the regional final game?" And I said, there were guys standing along the walls in the regional final game? And then I had to go back on film, and I was like, oh, wow, that was really full. Yeah. I try to keep it within the lines as much as possible and and usually figure the rest out later.
Gotcha. All right, fellas, you guys.
Hey, Joe, just to piggyback on what you said, man, Chase been having that confidence ever since he was 4th, 5th grade. Same swagger.
That's why I was asking, where did it come from? I don't want to hear that New York stuff, but it was a good answer he made, though. How long you been in?
No, he's from New York. Stop, bro. He's from New York.
Huh? What'd you say?
How long you been in Tampa?
I moved to Tampa when I was 6. So I'm mostly from Tampa, but I was born in New York.
You from Tampa, bro?
He's Floridian.
Hey, when people ask me though, I tell them New York. I don't tell them Tampa.
After 3 years, bro, you from wherever you at.
Let me before we let y'all go, man. What do y'all envision the first game to be, the semifinals, before y'all reach the championship? How you approaching it, and B, what do you envision? You can start, Jackson.
I envision as a dogfight. St. Thomas is a good team, but we're just as good. I feel like a lot of people count us out already, but we day in practice, working hard, we're gonna come in and I think we're gonna shock everybody.
That's what's up. Chase?
I think the same thing. I think it's definitely gonna be an intense game. But I have full confidence going into this game. We've been in a situation, played a team like this before. We've seen it all already. So I have full confidence in. I have confidence, and we're gonna come out on top. So.
What about you, Coach?
I mean, these guys have done everything right all year and done everything I've asked them to do all year. I envision them doing the exact same thing and just playing hard and finding ways to win. I mean, this isn't the first game we've gone into where people expected us to lose.
That's what's up. And it's Thursday, correct?
Thursday, 1:00.
Coach, I need you to bring me I took off the rest of the week. I'll be up there tomorrow, so bring me a green shirt, baby. I'll be repping for y'all.
Oh, love it. We love it. Bleed
All
green,
right.
John. Bleed green.
For that day, I will. For the week. For the week on Thursday and Saturday. Nah, hey, congratulations, man. We definitely rooting for y'all, man. One thing that we want y'all to know is that we support all Tampa basketball, man, and we rooting for y'all, man. So it ain't no we hope. We just gonna see y'all in the championship for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, Chase. See you,
All
Mike.
right. Good luck,
Thanks,
Big.
guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sickles basketball heading to the Final Four since 2017, 18.
Sickles basketball headed to the top.
I ain't been there since 1993.
Hey, but real talk, they got a complete team. They got the guards, they got the scores, they got the big, they got the intensity.
Yep. Proud of them guys, man. Really, really proud of them, man. You know, just through the adversity they played with, and you know, it's just a group that stayed together, and you know, I'm just really proud of them, man.
Yeah, no doubt,
And they've played a tough schedule. Like they've played teams to be ready for this moment. So
battle test.
I mean, but and look at Coach Weaving coming into a program that just finished winning a state title. You know,
hey,
after
man, who that
Ronaldo,
dial up, man?
huh?
That's you,
That's
Dre.
probably that's you, Dre. That's you, baby. You get out of Albany. Get out of Albany.
Cool.
But no,
Hey,
coming into
watch out.
coming into after Denari, after Ronaldo, I think that was some big shoes to fill. And not only was it tough, he had some down years, but he stuck with it. He never changed what he wanted to do. So when you ask him about how he coaches, how tough his team play, you know, that he has a lot to do with it. So shout out to Coach for that.
Yeah, for sure. He came up under Tonelli. You know, that's one of Tonelli has his stamp on his back. So
okay. I didn't know that. He was at Wharton?
Yeah, for years. Yeah. When JoJo went to Wharton camp, he was there. When I took him, Vernon, and T-Bear. He was there.
Did not know that. Okay.
That was his first year. That year was when he was branching out, going somewhere else. I didn't know he was at King though, but
he went to King for like 4 years, right? He went there after Coach Mackey, but yeah, or somebody else. He was at King for a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was at King for 4 years.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't remember that.
And he gets kids. I mean, the other thing, people. I mean, he's gotten kids, and Gary played at Florida Southern. You know, he had Dylan, obviously at St. John's, who played for him for 2 years. The kid Zach Johnson, who plays at UT. I mean, he also does a good job of getting these guys for the next level.
Gotcha. All right, we got our next group coming on. Sash, what's up, Coach? How you doing?
I'm good. This is new to me. Never been part of this group.
Well, now you know what you got to do. You got to win to get on, baby.
Yeah, I've never been a part of this. I've tried to reach out to everybody that runs this thing to wonder why the big old Italian can't get front row on this thing.
Probably because you got Puerto Rican friends.
I didn't say that.
Oh man, so it looks like your players, man, they turned their cameras off.
Who we got? We still wait. Okay, we got Tyler, we got Seth.
Junior needs some light in there. Junior needs some light in there.
You can see me.
I see
Yes, he
Tyler got the
can.
You
school
looking like Chris.
you got the school polo on.
You got Dre. Is that Dre? No, Dame. I can't date.
Gotta be professional with it.
Dame.
Then
Okay.
Ross, the boss.
We got somebody up top that has a camera off.
Chris Ward. That's Chris Ward and Andre Lewis.
Waiting on two more, right? Waiting on two more.
Yeah, waiting on Mike and DeAndre.
DeAndre.
Mike gonna come on with his shirt off.
I think I can only hold 10.
Most likely. And Seth, we're not at Jesuit right now, man. His name is Dre, dog. His name is not DeAndre.
That's what Junior and the boys call him that. So I jump on the bandwagon and call it with him too.
And if he played like he played that last game, man, call him whatever you want to be called.
Well, y'all want to start with them right now until these other two come on, Joe?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey,
I
Joe,
didn't think Jesuit
real
guys.
quick.
I didn't think Jesuit
Joe,
guys
real
were
quick.
late.
Hey Joe,
Yes, sir.
if you need to get one of them on, I get off. So just let me know.
We'd rather you stay on. We could drop the older Arroyo.
I know he's been a pain in your ass all year.
We should be good. We'll go ahead.
Bro, Mike forgot. He forgot about it.
Yeah, boy. Don't rob a bank with Junior. You be hiding in the bushes. Junior be like, "Hey,
All right, well let's kick it off, man.
come out! They got us, man. They caught us, Mike. Come out the bushes."
What you laughing at, man? Oh, y'all got inside jokes?
Did you not hear what he said?
All right, go ahead, John. Go ahead, John. It's on you or Dave.
Dave, kick it off, man. Do your introductions.
Got it. All right. So we got the Jesuit Tigers on here. Coach Seth. Coach Seth coming on here. We got Junior Arroyo, Damian Ross, and Tyler Cowett. So first thing, Seth, I guess we'll tee it up to you. So you've been at Jesuit for a long time. You've had your two sons, obviously went to school there. You're on the coaching staff there. What does this moment feel like as you guys are getting ready and prepared to head to the Final Four? Were you on the coaching staff when you guys went to the Final Four last time, or is this your first trip?
No, I was a parent, so there was no coaching for me at that time. So 2021, my youngest Kai made it to the Final Four. We got beaten overtime by Pembroke Pines. That's the year we had to go to Clearwater and beat them. We had to go to Blake and beat them. We had to go down south to Naples and beat them. So all of it had to be on the road, and then made it into the Final Four against Pembroke Pines and took them to overtime. And I think they got us by 5 or 6 points. So first time as a parent, this time as a coach. So I've been coaching there for 5 years now. Did the books and stuff before, but nothing with coaching. And it's exciting. I mean, it's cool to see, going from last June all through the summer league into fall league, and then in the regular season to see the growth of the guys and, where we've gotten to. It's pretty incredible.
Got it. So I'll ask, we got a lot of people that know a bunch of these guys. So obviously a team.
Hey, Joe, real fast. I think Dre said he can't get on.
Well, he's got to get off AOL.
I'm here.
We good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
He
you.
he should be able to get on if Coach Joe said this holds 10. There's only 9 of us, so he should be able to get on.
I'm on the screen.
All right, so let me kick it.
Not you,
Go ahead.
Dre from Jesuit.
My bad.
Okay, here we go. All right, so let me kick it off real fast. Let me start with Tyler. So Tyler, you've been at Jesuit since you was a freshman, correct?
That is right. That is right.
That was a good question, John.
Yo, did you hear me?
He answered you.
I can't hear him. All right, so
Yeah, no,
say it
yeah.
again. You've been all right.
I've
You've
been
been
at
here
Jesuit
since you
all
was a
4 years.
freshman. What's
All 4
the
years.
biggest change, not only on the team, but also in your role?
Biggest change. I would definitely say the way we like run our program. I think when I first got here, it was a lot more like half court based, and this year, I mean, we're up and down. We're playing like as fast as we could possibly go. For me specifically, I would probably say, hear me? Oh,
Looks like we
hold on.
lost Tyler.
Sorry, I was glitching out there. Me specifically, I would say probably just stepping into a bigger role as a leader, and just having more playing time, more minutes, and just helping lead all these younger guys to a victory.
Okay, nice. Junior, how about you? Your minutes were light the previous year. Had picked up a bigger role this year. Can you talk to us about that transition and what it means to you?
Well, last year coming out as a freshman, like 'cause the first game I didn't even play, so it was different than how I've been known. 'Cause I've always played more, and it was just different. And now this year, like in the beginning, I was a little hesitant the beginning of this year because it was a new role for me on this new team. So I just had to get used to it, and like now I feel more comfortable in my role, and like my teammates have helped me like get more comfortable with it.
Damon Ross, the boss. Your senior year, big man on campus. You and Tyler. What does this mean to you to make it to this Final Four?
I think it means a lot. This is the one year that we made it. With Chris and Nate, we thought that was going to be our year, and we lost against Leesburg. But I think it's significant this year. I think for me and Tyler being the only two seniors, our sophomore year there were seven seniors, and stepping into a bigger role, with two seniors, a lot is put on you leadership wise, and I think the young guys we've been able to influence them, and I would say their play style and our play style has meshed together to get us to this point.
All right, so Mike, coming into this year, you guys are playing a lot faster. How do you feel about that, and how does it benefit your game?
It benefits my game and the team's game a lot because I'm just used to playing fast and with Coach John and AAU. So when we started moving the ball and started going fast, it just started like flowing with me, and like I know how to get the ball up and get it down the court fast enough to score and get back on defense.
Gotcha. And Dre, you pick up the assignment in a lot of games to have to guard the big guys on the other team, even though you're more of a guard. Talk to us about that, and how do you approach the game, and what are some of the tangibles that you bring to the table?
Yeah, I take pride in defense. So whoever I got to guard on the court, it don't matter to me. I try to make it, my personal responsibility to not let that person score and take pride in it.
Gotcha. Coach Steph, you guys go ahead.
So I got a question for the young guys. Do you think your success on the travel ball circuit have prepared you for this moment?
For the young guys, do you think your success on the travel ball circuit have somebody has a phone on? Probably John.
You said our success in AAU in travel ball.
Yes. Do you think that have prepared you for this moment?
Yeah, I think it has because it builds more confidence because we're playing people our age, so they're not as physical, not as fast, not like as people are playing now, but helps to build confidence in ourselves to like be able to go out and play against people stronger, bigger than us, and still be able to compete because like playing against people your age, like y'all it's basically like
same speed, same all that, but you feel faster against them, so it builds your confidence.
Can I add on to that?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the winningness of our team and how we meshed together on AAU just transferred over to the Jesuit, and how me, Dame, Ty, Junior, Dre, how we all just matched together as one whole. And we in the beginning of the season we didn't know like how it was gonna end, and we just started going into it. And when we started winning, we just started seeing like what we can like get our potential all the way up to. And we know the ceiling was high. And after that, we just kept rolling.
Coach, you guys played a pretty good schedule this year. You guys played some good teams that you didn't have to play. You see a lot of teams that's in your situation that can schedule whatever. They don't typically do that. Could you talk to us around y'all's thought process in doing that? You're on mute, Coach.
My bad. Sorry about that. Yeah. Appreciate that question, Coach. Obviously a lot of kudos to Coach Goldman for putting us up against tough teams. We're ready because we played the tough teams. Sickles didn't have to play them. They're obviously going. Coach has a great program going over there. Calvary, and we held our own. Lost some that we thought we should have won, and other ones we got beat by better teams. And so, Coach Goldman, I'll give it to him. He's on, his 43rd year coach and 40th year at Jesuit. And what you keep hearing from people is Jesuit likes to score 48 points a game and half court. But coach moves with the players that he has, and he changes his philosophies, his plays based on what we have. Last year we knew we had 4 freshmen, and so there wasn't as intricate as he normally would on offense. And this year, the younger fellas, as we're calling them, have really, really matured with the leadership of Dame and Tyler, and we're able to put in a lot different plays than what we had. And so we knew, basically, with Coach Goldman's guidance, that if we were going to go deep, we were going to have to play people. We couldn't play people just to win by 30, 40, 50 points. We were going to have to play hard teams, the Plants of the world and the Sickles of the world and the Calvarys of the world. You're going to have to play those teams, and you're going to have to, if you're not beating them, you better play close, because it only gets harder as we move up to, to Jacksonville. So to win 20 games against 20 teams that, okay, maybe they're okay around the area, doesn't do anybody any good. You got to play tough competition, and Coach Goldman put us into that program, all year long, starting last summer.
Hey, Seth, I don't know if you can hear me.
I got you.
All right. What was the turning point of your season? Like, when did you and the coaches realize, yo, we got something here?
It was I think
Seth, you better not lie to this, because you better not lie, Seth.
I think and I'll let Dave jump in. I think it was, I knew we all knew we had something this summer. It was just a matter of, could we get it all together? Could we get the speed to go with, Damian and Tyler's game? Dame has obviously come a long way with his strength, inside game, very great defense. Tyler, all around. Could we mesh the two leaders with what we wanted to run with the 4 young guys? And we saw this summer that there were pieces of that were like, okay, I think we could really do that. And then in fall ball, it probably turned to like, okay, we do have something special here right after the Christmas tournament. We were playing some tough games right after that, games that I'm like, wow, we really do have something here. And the faster that our game went, and we weren't producing the amount of turnovers that we thought we were going to produce, with how quickly we were picking our game up, I think really showed the coaching staff that, okay, we got a full team here. We were short meaning not a lot of guys. I think we were 8 or 9 deep on the bench until we brought up some of the JV. And historically, Jesuit ran with 12, 13, and I think we only had 8 or 9. The other guys definitely worked the starters hard in practice, and any one of the guys on the bench could come in and fill a role. So I think we saw, right about after Christmas, after the new year, that there was something special that we actually thought we could make a really good run.
No, that's what's up. Dame, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, that's what's up. Dame, can you hear me? All right. So with you got a new role this year. Everybody sees you that you work out. You're a hard worker. What brought what your mentality this year? What was that? What was your goal for this team to get so far? Because you are one of the leaders on this team.
I would say the loss to Clearwater last year in the first round of playoffs. You know, we thought we had a strong team. I think that was kind of a wake-up call. For me and Tyler specifically, we didn't want to go out our senior year losing the first round. And I think going into that summer, you know, we worked on our games and we knew we needed to do things a little bit differently to reach Jacksonville. And I think we did those things.
Tyler, like Dame says, y'all senior year, y'all got to the big house, for the Final Four. Looks like Tyler, can you hear me? I saw you were clocking a bit. You with me, Tyler? All right, Tyler's on the AOL dial-up, man. Tell TJ, man, go ahead and crank up a bit. You're on mute, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know if they got that last mile internet way out there. They're way out there in Fish Hawk.
All right, so let me go to the Mikey Jr. So there's always a lot of talk, and we see a lot of posts about top backcourts in the county and things like that. Y'all's names never come up in any of those conversations this year. How do you guys feel about that, and do you guys think you've proven that you should be in that conversation?
Yeah, I feel like they never wanted to come out to a game to see how we really played. And we always knew since we was little kids, we was a good backcourt and we played good together. And people just didn't want to see us win. So we just kept going and kept feeling the fire and just let it go behind us.
Gotcha. How about you, Junior?
Top backcourt, like I saw it. I didn't really care about it because I knew that in my mind, I felt like that we were a top backcourt in the county, and our record shows because we are winning games. The rankings don't really matter as long as I win. As long as me and my team wins the game, then they can say we a top backcourt or not. Like me, we've been playing against since second grade, so like our connection is. I feel like our connection is better than anybody else.
And can I say one more thing?
Yeah. So
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
And the people I was on there, we busted their ass. So I'm just trying to say sorry.
Hey, man, you ain't supposed to be cursing in front of your coach, man.
Throw that hole, put that water on him.
I guess that little talk we had about etiquette went out the window for this one.
Hey, Coach, how do you feel about parent sideline coaching during your games?
Yeah, it's a great question. I wish we had some people that would trust the process. Thank God there's Dave and Chris Ward and yourself to keep me calm with what's happening across the other sidelines with those fools jumping up and down, blowing out their knee, high-fiving, chest bumping. And so it's tough, but it's fun for us as coaches to see what's going on over there.
Hey, Dre, I got a question for you. Since the first time you came into the Skill Center gym, you were always known, freakishly athletic. People would say you can go, jump and touch everything. I think one of the things that, kudos to you is you now been able to hit like a consistent jump shot. You take more pride in playing on the defensive end. Did you work on your jump shot in the off season? Did this kind of come naturally? Like, people go to watch Dre, they're expecting to see 6-7 dunks, which you deliver on that as well. But, I think, I had people go watch you and they're like, man, Taylor's hitting jump shots now. Have you been working on that or just fall into place?
Yeah, freshman year, I played, but I wasn't really happy with my position. And I knew that I couldn't just expect it to be handed to me. So over the off season, I just made sure I put in extra work to be where I wanted to be, and it just kind of came with it.
Yeah. All right. So, Coach Seth, how do you feel about parents being rude to the refs in the games to where you guys don't get the calls you're supposed to get?
You're on mute again.
Always on mute. Wish those parents would trust the process. But
It's a particular parent.
there is no particular parent. We love all our parents, the crazy ones in the front rows, the ones in the back rows. All our parents are fun. I just wish that certain parents' dad would come down from the back row once in a while and paddle his behind. But now we have. We've been lucky. We truly have amazing parents, and they're in the corners. It's fun. It's been a really fun year. Even with some of the losses that hurt that we thought we should have won. I got to do this ride with, my son going to the Final Four, which is a whole different thing. But as a coach, it's just so cool to see in the off season to where you are right now, what you get. And I know I said it before, but kudos to Coach Goldman for changing up, his plays, his thought process, how he wanted to attack. I don't think people realize how much he puts into it. I mean, the whiteboards at the school in the locker room are just covered with statistics, what we have to do, how we have to play people, how we should play people. I think reading the message boards, against Clearwater and St. Pete, I don't think there was a person out there that predicted we were going to win either of those games, let alone, how much we won those by. And I think that's the preparation that, the coaches, not myself, the other coaches put into the boys and their buy-in. I think their buy-in was the biggest thing that, Coach Goldman does know what he wants to do, and it's going to get us to a certain point. And I think it did. And then with Damien and Tyler, jumping on board from the beginning, and then obviously, the other three, as well as everybody else on the team, understanding that we're going to get there. I think at the beginning we started something crazy, 11, 12-0 or something like that. And, a couple losses over the Christmas great tournament. We're going to host that again this year. So plug that. But it's been pretty cool to be a part of.
All right, Tyler, welcome back.
Sorry about that. My phone is bugging.
No, you good. So your senior year, you and Dame, you guys were able to make it to the big house. On the other side of the bracket, you got two of your travel ball teammates, JT Tipton and Braylon Moore. What would that mean for you guys both to meet each other in the finals and play against each other?
Oh yeah, I mean that would be an experience. First of all, I just like to say we would kill the Canto if we played them. just put that out there. But no, all jokes aside, no, that would be crazy because especially the skill center program. We've all been a part of this for a long time. I know I've joined more recently than the most of my teammates, but me, JT, Braylon, all those Canto kids, we played AAU like since freshman year. It's been a great experience. Those are my guys, man. It'd be incredible to play them. It'd be a fun time. Yeah.
All right. You guys got anything else for these fellas? All right.
But good luck.
Yep. Go bring it back, man. Go bring it back.
We appreciate you having all of us on there. Yeah, we head up early tomorrow morning, get a practice in tomorrow, and walk through Wednesday, and then got our work cut out for us. We're playing a really good team that's local, so they're going to have a whole slew of people up there. They're only about 5 or 10 miles from UNF, so
yeah, that's a home game for them for sure. They're gonna pack out the gym. It's Duval, so it's if Tampa folks can get up there, man, let's get up there and get these guys back because it's the type of environment I always love to play in and coach in. It's that type of environment.
Yeah, and Arroyo said anybody that got up to Jacksonville, dinner's on him. So if you guys can get up there, Arroyo's going to be buying everybody dinner. So
That's nice, Coach. Thanks for that.
$5 meal deal.
Listen, can you hear me?
Why does he keep saying it? Does he always have
Oh, you can't
audio
hear.
issues?
I got you.
Listen, can you hear me?
He got like three phones going, man.
I
He's
know.
causing
And a
confusion.
clicker. And can you hear me?
Right.
All right. We appreciate you guys having us. Thanks so much.
Good luck, Damien. Good luck, Dre. Good luck, Tyler. Good luck, Seth.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Junior, you steal the phone from your dad?
Yeah, he was on that dial up.
Well, how did Bloomingdale girls go? They still going, or how did they finish up?
I think they. Hold on, I'll look right now.
And who was Steinbrenner? Was
I
still
thought Steinbrenner girls was in it.
Yeah.
I think Bloomingdale lost.
Yes, they lost in the 8. That's right. I think it was Steinbrenner girls that I saw.
I think Steinbrenner girls play on Friday. Hold on.
That's right. I think it was Steinbrenner girls. Oh, John got all kind of.
What is John doing?
Issues, man. It's out of control, bro.
Steinbrenner girls play Thursday at 11.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Listen to me. We had too many people on. They wouldn't let me hear nothing. Mike had to get on. Like, what's going on? We gotta do a better job here, y'all.
That was you. That's your audio. Everybody else was good.
Yeah, you
speak for yourself, man.
When Junior got on and ate up all the Wi-Fi.
Man, I could. I think that was somebody saying, "Yeah, we got to get John off."
You should have just went and got on Junior camera, man. You don't got Chris kicked off.
Chris was in the dark, anyways.
Y'all in the same house, and you.
I know.
So
that
Sneaker Ball was this past weekend. It was a very good event. Really good production, man. Shout out to you guys, man, for that. Putting on just such a great event every year. The production was phenomenal, man. It felt like one of those big T-Mobile events we go to Vegas for. When they sent us to those, so that was a really good look, man. I wish I don't know if you guys have a whole full broadcast that you guys could post, of the entire event, but I think that would be good. Stream it live.
Yeah. I think they did a behind the scenes joint that they posted today, but we definitely gotta put the whole thing on it because it was a good time. I think the look was the best I've ever seen it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was a great production. Like if you guys like you can post the whole, like if you guys filmed the whole event, you can like put the whole event on like on Facebook Live and just let it play out. People can just watch it as if it's happening live, right?
Okay. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this before we get off. What do y'all think the chances of Tampa Bay area basketball to get to the finals first and to bring one home?
You got to play the game. So I mean, everybody has a shot. Like if you think about the 2026 travel ball team, this 2026 squad, they played some teams that people were like, they don't stand a chance in hell. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking, look, if we could just keep it close and keep it reasonable, we'd be all right. And they went out there and won those games, or lost at a last second shot, up in Virginia, so you got to play the game, man. And I think the team that LeCanto plays, I mean, they got an uphill battle. That's probably one of the best teams in the state. Definitely one of the best. They're in the Final Four, so they're one of the best teams in the state as well. But this squad is really good. But if they're hitting shots, they can pull off an upset. You guys have a winnable game as well, so it's doable. Just got to go out and play the game.
What's the most teams that ever gone to state from Tampa at one time? Y'all know that?
I don't know, but that year that when Blake went, you had Blake, you had Berkeley, you had Slam, you had Wharton, you had on the girls' side, you had Bloomingdale, Sefner. There were a lot of teams that year.
That's
So
right. I
question,
remember that.
and you know, I done been in Florida a long time. So states is considered the Final Four.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's saying the Final Four because that's when everybody's at that neutral location.
Okay, so in Georgia, once you finish your is we don't have districts, we have regions. So once you in the region, you're in states. So that means you're in the Sweet 16. You know, you're in the top 18. So they call all those games states.
Gotcha.
But here in Florida, you have to make the Final Four to be considered state.
Yeah, Dre. Same thing in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma,
Well, the
we have
region is considered states here too, though.
Yeah. So
yeah, but they say the state tournament is the Final Four.
Nah, the region is the state tournament.
Region's the state tournament.
Once you get out of your district.
Yeah, but I think what Dre's saying, everybody say states in the Final Four. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever say you made the
Like
state tournament when you're playing regional. In
like-
Oklahoma, 8 teams go to states.
So
meaning,
they go to a neutral place in the regional up there?
Correct.
Yeah, we only do it for the Final Four.
Right. Up there you get all 16 teams go.
The state of Florida is so long though, too. So it's like the travel would
That's
be
true. That's true, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yep. So what else is going on? I guess the Mount Verde team, we can talk about them. Started out 0-3, and in the season I put a post up about it. And and I know people was like, oh yeah, they in the same Mount Verde, they got that new coach over there, they ain't the same team, he'll be trash. Look at, and they started out 0-3. But they just didn't play a preseason together. It was a new coach, new team. They had to gel, find positions, lineups. I think, with some of the guys getting hurt, so they're pretty much out there playing with, 5 guys that play the majority of the minutes. And, and they've been winning. So they got all the way up to number 1 in the country for a week. They finished the season number 2 in the country, so they go into the EYBL Scholastics as the number 1 seed on the East Coast, and with the number 2 overall seed. So that first game, they got to play either Long Island Lutheran or what is it called? C. Bella Vista.
Where they at, Joe? Georgia, you said?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Augusta. So
How far is that from Jacksonville?
It's probably I don't know. You have to ask Dre that.
Probably about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's tough games, man. So regardless of who you play, it's you're talking about, top 10 teams, schools in the country. They got guys. These teams have guys coming off the bench going to USC, UConn, and stuff like that. Coming off the bench. So it's pretty much college basketball they playing, and so it's no cupcake, man. No downtime. So it's good. It's good. Good big boy basketball.
Straight up.
Yep.
You excited for Joe's decision coming up?
I'm not. Somebody was asking me that, and was saying, you got to be excited, but I'm really not. It's I'd be just glad when you get it over with. So after the EYBL tournament this weekend, I think Wednesday or Thursday, we're gonna sit down with his agent. He's gonna put all 4 schools on the table and what they have to offer and talk pros and cons, and we're gonna sit down and discuss it, and then he's gonna make his decision. So we go from there. He had four really good visits, man. All the visits were good. Each team has their pros and cons, and it's gonna be a really, really, really tough decision for him to make, man. Like I don't envy the choice he has to make, but as always, you guys know, because you guys have known me for years.
His decision.
It's his decision. Like it's his decision, man. And so we'll see what he decides.
I'm sure he'll make the right one. Let me ask y'all this. In the beginning of the year, we always do, picks or whatever. I know we've been off this year because a lot of people have been traveling and things like that. Did you guys expect for the teams that are going to state to be going to state? And did you expect somebody to be going to state that isn't going to state?
I knew Sickles had a chance. I knew they had a chance. I didn't think I thought you guys were 1 year out. I thought by the time you got that core group was juniors, I thought they'd be able to make some noise those last 2 years. So that was a surprise to me. But now we talking preseason. Now, once I saw them when they started playing games and how fast they played, and it was one of the funner teams to watch. I expected Bell Creek to be there. With what they had. I think with the player personnel they had, I thought they probably had the best roster in the county. TC, I always, think they got a shot. Anytime you have Coach DeZago over there with the talent that they have, with Scoop going down, I think that hurt them a bit. They were still able to weather the storm during the season, but I think once you get into playoff play, missing a guy like that, that's a bit much.
There was.
Yep.
We talked about it a lot. It was on social media the other day about how tough of a region TC's in. They actually ranked it the fourth hardest region in the country. Right. Not like Florida, the fourth hardest region. Like that region has 4 teams that were at one point top 50 in the country. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have Lake Highland Prep. Mm-hmm. They had, I think it was preseason, Villages, Windermere, and Calvary. I mean, that's really tough. I mean, that's really tough.
And the Villages went, right?
And Villages went.
Yeah,
they play tomorrow.
You see, they could beat the Villages. I think they could beat the Villages at full strength.
Yeah, and Villages just won by 2.
Oh, tonight. That's right. Okay, they play tonight. What'd you think, Jave? Any surprises? Who's missing from the beginning of the season?
I actually thought I told you, I thought you guys, once you get deep in, like it makes it, you can win any game. I mean, I told you and Seth from the beginning, like I thought you guys would make the region final and play St. Pete. And I told you that like in October. So I think the growth of the sophomores was helpful, but I thought you guys could have made it there. Just looking at the regions, like 7A for our teams in 7A, it's hard for them to get there. We did have a team go to the regional final. Sickles, I thought they were going to be really good. I'll admit when Chase got hurt, I didn't know if they could withstand it. So kudos to that team. That's pretty impressive. 5A, you guys got it. 4A, which is Dre's. I thought it'd be tough to get a team. I thought Boca or Gibbs would make it. Boca made it. And then 2A. I saw Northside at FABC in June, and when they walked on the court, I knew that teams in 2A would and our would have it pretty tough with the lineup they had, and you got a lot of expectations, and they end up getting there. So
let me say this about Sickles. If y'all recall 2016 when Jawan went down, that really elevated Tyson Ward's game.
Yeah.
I think with Chase going down early, that elevated Jackson's game. Like he took his game to the next level, which, I always thought he was that guy. But I think that was a bad thing, but a good thing in a sense, because look where they at now. I think that helped their team out a lot. Dre, what about you? Any surprises or what we got going?
Yes, Jesuit was my surprise due to the fact of their lack of size. But like you said, they changed their way of play and played a little bit more faster. And Sickles, after I seen Sickles at the Thanksgiving hoop feast against the team that they played, it sold me then that that Sickles had a shot. But the Jesuit is my surprise team.
Yeah, I know against St. Pete, you and Mario said, boy, if we were looking at the eye test, I don't know if Jesuit would have had a chance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're here though. We're here.
Yeah, I think coaching matters. I think some of the teams that underachieved a bit, I think coaches got exposed a bit. But that's neither here or there. So on to next year. Players got to get better, coaches got to get better. We know how it goes. Everybody's learning, everybody's developing. So that's what it is.
One last question for y'all. Does it matter in this type of game, crowd and or, lack of a better word, but home court?
You talking state game?
Yeah.
I think it depends on what drives, what motivates you. With me as a player, I always love to be the villain. Because I was a shot blocker, and I would goaltend a lot, and I would get away with a lot of them goaltending because I had a reputation for blocking shots. And I love when the crowd used to be like, yeah, like if you look at my highlight video, you see with some of the blocks where the people are saying, "Go 10." That's like, the crowd. I fed off of that type of stuff. I fed off of, the negative energy, people in the crowd, saying stuff and going against me. I didn't talk, but that drove me. So that would, playing in that type of environment, man, that would really motivate me. That's what it's all about, and so, but it just depends on what drives it. Some people get energy by the home crowd being there. They play better in front of the home crowd with the people behind them cheering and all that stuff. And some people could play better in both.
And I can kind of attest to that. We actually played for self, just for us as the team. So we didn't really too much pay attention to the crowd in those moments because you was locked in on what was going on the court.
Dre, for you though, when you played in the state tournament, where was it? What city?
They moved the state tournament to Albany and Albany Civics in the last 2 years.
That was a home game for y'all.
Because that was the mecca. But everybody in the surrounding areas used to come to the games. I think my junior year we ended up playing James Forrest them, and the night before, I think we lost 5 games by junior year, but we lost to that was our sophomore year. We lost 5 games. We lost 4 times to one team, which was the crosstown rival, Doherty High. And James Forrest and them beat Doherty High. James Forrest had 55 the night before. So, but if Doherty would have beat James Forrest, then we'd have played them in the state championship again. They had already beat us 4 times.
Wow.
And then our senior year, our McDonald's All-American D'Antonio didn't play, and we was playing our crosstown rival in the state championship game.
Yeah.
So that's why they moved it to Albany. I mean, it was like the mecca of Georgia. We played a crosstown rival in the state championship our freshman year and our senior year.
Right. And just to put it in perspective for the people that don't know, Dre's high school, Dre is a 4-time state champ. I think you graduated in my junior year in high school, but we didn't have internet or anything back then. We had Street and Smith magazine and the USA Today newspaper, where that's the only place where you could really see the national rankings. And y'all were always like top 5, if I remember those.
Number 3.
Yeah.
And we used to come down to the Osceola shootout down in Kissimmee.
Yep. Yeah, I went to that in '95. That was the first time I ever went to that. So y'all were in college already. I was in college myself. Actually, '96 is when I went to that. But that used to be a really good tournament, man. The Osceola shootout.
Yeah.
The one that Berkeley Prep used to do every year. Why did they stop doing that? Like that was a good one too.
The guy
AR.
who ran it, he
Yeah.
left, right, Dave? Yeah.
His kids graduated.
Yeah.
Oh, so there was somebody that at Berkeley that was putting that on?
It was a
Mhm.
national. Well, it was a national event that you had to put up. You had to put up quite a bit of money for it. It was expensive. Like you had to pay for all the host team. Like you had to pay for. Remember that year they had the team from what's the team from West Virginia called? Hoppington or something?
Oak Hill. I saw Oak Hill Academy there with one of
I
the
seen Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. There was a team from what, but you as the host, you had to put them up. It was expensive. I mean, I heard it cost a guy like $12,000 to run it.
That's it.
They
That's it. Just 12 grand.
They
answer the question, Dave.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people don't just have 12 grand to throw around.
Shit,
Apparently, Joe does.
I need to bring that back. 12 grand.
For real.
If that's all it costs.
And that's for the referees and everything?
It got to be more than that.
It's got to probably be more than that. Maybe you
it
gotta
has
spend
to be
12
because you see how much we pay for our tournament.
Yeah, they
Joe
think
planning already in his head what he got to do.
12 grand, man. I'm doing that next year.
I saw RJ Barrett. I think he played against Kevin Knox, if I remember that correct.
That's when I knew Kevin Knox was that guy. When I watched him play against that Mount Verd team,
it was unbelievable.
He was by himself too, right?
He had a young Strickland with him. That's
right.
Kevin Knox was the only one that belonged on the court with those guys. But Strickland, you could make the case that he could somewhat play with the, but Knox was the only one that belonged on the court, and he had 35. And the defense that Mount Verd team was playing with Ball's team, they were very disciplined. RJ Barrett was on that team. I think he was a sophomore. They were phenomenal, bro. And Knox, he did him how he did everybody else. And I was like,
I agree.
He's that guy, man. So that was that's when I was most impressed with him that game right there. Yep. All right, what's the final word?
All-Star game, March 27th. Hillsborough County All-Star game, March 27th at Tampa Prep. Girls at 6, boys following afterwards.
Is this a senior game or All-Star? I always get those confused.
It's senior game.
Senior game, gotcha.
That's the only game we have, a senior game. What else is going to be?
No, but what's the top 25? That's not it, right?
They got to be the next. Yeah, this is top 25 seniors, correct. Top 20 seniors.
They need to do something for underclassmen. Just whoever make it. Like regardless.
But I thought that's what they did, because top 25 is not just seniors.
That's just something on paper. That is
they don't play a game.
Right. Yeah, somebody has to put it together. I know Chico Lowe tried to do something some years ago. Jake Pepper actually does one that he does, but he has kids from all over the state, come to it.
Now, I got asked to put an all-star team or get names of top seniors, I believe, to play against Polk County top seniors. So I don't know if that can be done, but I got asked that last week.
Well, I mean, put it together. I would say do the same thing that they do with the Hillsborough Pinellas. You take whoever gets the guys that Dre and them pick, the coaches pick, they represent Hillsborough County. They should do
that's true.
Round robin. They should do Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Polk. Hillsborough, Pinellas, Polk, and
Pasco.
Pasco, what Pasco got?
Boy, I was about to say, I don't know if Pasco got enough. You so stupid.
Man, that's in Mississippi City. Sarasota.
Yeah.
No,
Bradenton.
It's
Manatee County. Manatee.
Yeah, Manatee.
Yeah. You can do that.
And then you got the FACA All-Star game on Saturday that Mike was talking about, where the best player in each district goes. Like, so I think Jackson's playing in that. There was like 6 kids from the county for that.
They got one that's kind of in that 352 area, like that Gainesville, Citrus, Hernando, Pasco. I think they all do something all together. That's the only one that I could see that you got Hillsborough, Pinellas, Polk, and then you get that group. I think per capita is probably about equivalent, is because that's rural town USA or rural town Florida. I think if you put those 4 together and do like a little type of tournament joint, I think that'll be good. Kind of like how they do the NBA All-Star.
For sure. All right. Well, if you can make it out to Jacksonville, that's my last word. Y'all head out there, man. Support these boys.
Well, when they win Wednesday, win the state Friday.
8:00 for the 5A, and then Saturday for Sickles. I don't know what time though.
Yeah, 6A and 7A are Saturday. I think they go like 8 and 5:30. I'll post it in the group.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck with both teams, man. All right, y'all. We out.
All right.
Later.
Welcome to the weekly podcast that keeps it real about youth sports, social issues, and sports in general. The Final Word with your hosts, Joe, Dre, John, Chris, and Dave. And now, without further ado, presenting the Final Word.